welcome everyone to the channel. I am your host, SWBrainGames, and I am a Fortnite, Apex Legends, Skyrim, DayZ, and Summer's War mobile player. I'm here to help you out with your challenges. So if you need my help, don't feel free to check out my guides. All right, I'll see you all later. Wait for the countdown.
Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a number ride. 2020 for you. And of course, always make sure to fasten those seatbelts, or so you don't get wasted. There you go. Now, guys, before we start, if you guys want to chat with me on talk about the YouTube stuff, and if there's anything you would like to add or anything, then join me on Discord. And this is the SWBrainGames fan club is the group, and YT SWBrainGames, and then that number 1162 is the name that you use when you try to search for me. All right. So there we go. So now we're gonna jump into the Money Not Raw results for November 31st, 2020. And then we'll do Impact Wrestling for December 1st, 2020. All right. And of course, I had to go more detailed for the Impact Wrestling results because apparently Team Awesome and even the Impact Wrestling results area wasn't giving full details. But of course, there was a thing with Randy Orton and trying to lure the Fiend in using Alexa Bliss. Apparently, I guess that's the Fiend's weakness, is Bliss. and then Jeff Hardy and Elias fought in the Symphony of Destruction match, which of course was pretty crazy and stuff. And Elias got his butt whooped, and Jeff Hardy wins. And of course, there's one of the guys of Retribution named Slapjack. He beat Ricochet. And of course, that was technically a distraction kind of thing. And then Dana Brooke slapped Mustafa Ali, which led to her facing technically Mia Yim, aka I forgot her actual wrestling name. I'll show up here in a second. The Miz was going back and forth with Sheamus and stuff, and you know, they were talking about last time you were WWE champion, and then of course then everybody else was always talking about, yeah, that might have been 5 years ago, but Miz was WWE champion 10 years ago. So he was WWE champion 10 years ago, give or take. And then of course Asuka and Lana teamed up and actually beat Baszler and Nia Jax for the second week in a row. So they should be in line for the tag team titles, you would think. And I think the next pay-per-view TLC, they're going to be doing that. And of course, speaking of that too, this is we're actually on Friday today. So tomorrow is actually going to be no, actually not tomorrow. Sunday is going to be NXT War Games. NXT War Games. So yeah. So this coming Sunday is going to be NXT War Games. And of course you can get it for 99 cents at the WWE Network. You can get the WWE Network for 99 cents. I guess, if you wanna watch it like that. But yeah, anyways, Reckoning, that's her name. Reckoning, aka Mia Yim. But she lost to Dana Brooke, and then Ale was all pissed off at her and stuff. I thought he was gonna kick her out, but I think you can't kick her out after one mistake, I guess. And then I guess there's gonna be Matt Riddle versus Bobby Lashley feud coming up because of this. And then, of course, AJ Styles was he was there to try to help the Miz try to cash in on Drew McIntyre and stuff, but ended up blowing up and then didn't work out for him. So here's the full results. So yeah, and of course Cedric defeated Xavier Woods. AJ Styles defeated Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. They just say Riddle, but I say Matt Riddle in a triple threat number one contenders match. So AJ Styles will be facing Drew McIntyre, and then of course, you got Dana Brooke beating the Reckoning, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus winning via disqualification. Okay, so last but not least, Impact Wrestling. So I'll show you two regular pictures, and stuff, and then from the Team Awesome, which you'll see why I had to go on there and go to different areas to find the results. Of course, I knew the results myself, but because I watched it, I watched everything except for tonight's SmackDown. So yeah. Of course, we had this Will and Mac. See, they just went right to the main event instead of going through everything. It's just main event. So you see this, and yeah. So the next pay-per-view for Impact is on December 12th. Final Resolution. So yeah. But yeah, anyways, you can see the next stuff here just coming up. But yeah, so that's all the results. I mean, not all the results, but we're just gonna show you all the detailed results and stuff. But I just want to thank you guys for all your subscribes and all your feedback and all your comments and everything. And kind of been shocked at how fast that we're getting to 5,000. I'm I may end up having to delay the song coming out because I didn't think it was gonna be this stuff was coming out so fast. So of course, all this right here, this is just little snippets I took from one of the pro wrestling result sites. So, and it goes through quite a bit. So yeah. And of course, Johnny Bravo was calling out that Larry D guy for taking him out or whatever, and at least he was still doing good. And then of course this one here, Jordan Grace and Jazz. Jazz was on fire. She was jazzing it all up. So she was doing really good. And then you had Johnny Swinger and Cody Deaner. Of course, it was end up being a no contest because of Eric Young and that Joe guy basically putting a whooping on him. And yeah, there wasn't too much to really discuss on that one. And then like this one, Perazzo and Kimberly, they were trying to get James Mitchell to, because I guess he's some kind of guy that works on the other side, witchcraft and that kind of crap. And he was trying to get their opponent to change into a different persona and stuff so they could, win easier. And yeah, it's all weird stuff, and dabble in that kind of stuff. It leads to disaster, to say that. So I try not to pay attention to that stuff. But yeah, and then of course you had these zombie brides or whatever that end up taking her away. Really weird. But yeah, anyways, I mean that's how it is on there. And guys, if you've been watching AEW, you might end up finding out too that of course I'll explain this in the next guide, which I'll try to put up tonight. So apparently Impact Wrestling and AEW are fixing to be teaming up. And of course, if you haven't watched AEW, there was two big things that happened that were kind of shockers. But anyways, Impact Wrestling and AEW are going to be working together apparently. So you're going to be seeing Impact wrestlers on AEW probably starting next week, and everything's starting Tuesday on Impact. So you're going to have AEW wrestlers coming to Impact Wrestling, and vice versa. So yeah, and of course, the Crazy Steve versus that Raju, or whatever his name is, X Division champion. He won by doing something that would make Eddie Guerrero proud. Basically, stealing it away with using the ropes as leverage, just like Eddie Guerrero would, the lie, cheat, steal stuff. And of course, so yeah, and yeah, and of course you had Willie Mack versus Chris Bay, and Willie Mack took him out with the stunner, and then yeah, so then move on to the next part. So yeah, oh yeah, and I guess you can just I had that part again. So, but anyways, the next part right here is technically the last of it, and then they're gonna have like a little tag match and all this stuff for next week and all that stuff. It's gonna be pretty interesting. But anyways, guys, that's all we have for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment if you like it, or whatever. If you like the full detail of the Impact Wrestling. Anyways,